Hey Ringside crew, welcome to the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. And now here's your host, Joe Panther III.
Hello there, wrestling fans. Welcome to another episode of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I am Joe Panther III, and today, fans, we are live on Facebook and YouTube as always. So today, Ringside crew, you are in for a treat today. Let's give a warm Dudes at Ringside welcome to Ozzy Miller. Welcome, Ozzy. Welcome.
Thank you.
Ozzy
Miller time, baby.
Yes,
Thank you.
man. So another awesome wrestler from Sweden, my cowboy buddy. I know she probably gave Dudes at Ringside a huge props. So
Absolutely.
Ozzy, who trained you?
It's Marcus of Man and Alice Inc. from Steel Tracks Performance Center.
Another awesome name that's on the Dudes at Ringside Wall of Fame. I gotta dust her side off. I haven't seen her in a while. I know she's doing great, kicking ass and she's training the Vinny. Woohoo! There's my buddy Vinny. He's our number one fan of Dudes at Ringside podcast.
Greetings, Vinny.
Yeah, see, Vinny got some people from Sweden giving you props.
Nice.
He's my number one fan. Everybody wants a number one fan, and I got one. I know him. So, what was it like the first time you stepped foot in the training facility? Was it tough? Was it easy? Did you get it what was it like?
Well, the first few times I actually went to trainings, we didn't even have a ring. It was on these puzzle yoga mats. And we just did lockups and striking, but we didn't do any bumps. And then maybe a month later, they had an outdoor show with Freedom Pro Wrestling. That was the first time I ever stepped inside an actual wrestling ring and could do some bumps, run some ropes. And it was fun. It was, the first bump is always the hardest,
It's like that song it's always what's that? Well, it's like that song that goes, it's like I can't think of her name, but it's they should make that a mock wrestling song. The first bump is always the hardest.
I don't think I've heard it. Sorry.
That's what we need to make up a mock Weird Al Yankovic song. The first bump is the hardest.
Yeah.
So what was the first bump you ever took in the ring? Was it the back bump, the flip over? Which one was it?
It was a regular flat backs bump in the diamond position, and then just throw yourself on the back. I think we did some face bumps as well, but I can't really remember. But mostly just back bumps, run the ropes, see positioning and stuff like that, while we actually had access to an actual ring instead of these puzzle mats.
Yeah, because you said that you didn't start out with a mat. Did you walk in and not see a ring and go, am I in the wrong location?
Kinda, but I knew the Marcus of Man and Alice Inc. So I immediately was can't be fake or phony because they are actually wrestlers. So maybe this is the way you do it in Sweden, because it's the first time I've ever been to a wrestling performance center. So I was just okay, well, this is how it is. So I'll take it at face value.
This is how it ends.
Yeah. And then luckily, I think it was October of 2022, we got a facility to actually have a ring in. So we practice inside a ring now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So what were some of the advice that Miss Inc. gave you, or either of them? What kind of advice did they give you?
Always do stuff with intent. Don't just do stuff just to do stuff. Make it make sense. Show your face, make people, actually be able to take photos. So show your face, make it make sense. And as I believe every wrestler say when someone asks them for advice, is just breathe, take it slow. If you think you're going too fast, you're not. You can go even slower. So just stuff like that, normal stuff.
Yeah. So, who are some of the like inspirations for you that made you want to jump into this world of professional wrestling? What who are like the top 5 wrestlers that young Ozzy would be like? That's my boy. That's my
Yeah.
girl.
Like when I started watching wrestling, it was because I was a very like tiny kid. I was very short, so I immediately gravitated towards Rey Mysterio. I think
Mm.
the first match I ever saw was him against Big Show on like an episode of SmackDown, and I believe Rey Mysterio uh, managed to beat Big Show, and I was like, well, if this little guy can beat this huge guy, why can't I? So he was an inspiration, and then I saw Jeff Hardy because he was yeah he was
Wanted to break
fearless.
out the dance.
Yeah, you gotta do it. My brother's getting beat up, but I gotta do the dance.
And I don't you love it now? It's funny. He joined Matt with the whole delete stuff lately.
Yeah.
I think that's hilarious.
Yeah, that's fun. My brother Nero.
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
that
it's cool.
mask. You know he wore a mask for a while, right?
Willow, right?
Yeah, I
With the
love
black
that
and
Willow
white one.
mask. Actually, it
Yeah.
kind of looks like the one over here a little bit.
Yeah,
The bottom thing.
cool. Yeah, but no, I gravitated toward Jeff Hardy because he was just like not afraid to be himself. With the hair and the beard, the tattoos and everything. And then John Cena because I was a child. So, and the never give up stuff that was really inspirational. Then on later, I think I really gravitated towards like Will Ospreay. I think is just awesome. Like I don't think I've ever seen a match where I'm like, it wasn't that good. Like every Will Ospreay match I've seen is like, what is he gonna do next? That was awesome. Yeah, I say those 4 are like the upper echelon of like the Ozzy Miller wrestlers. For a 5th, just throw someone out there. I think it's Triple H, just to like where he started as like terrorizing, and then the blue chipper, until where he's like became like this badass to where now he's like not owns the company, but it's a big part of it. It's really cool to see.
I would totally like you put Triple H, get that picture that Triple H always does, that pointing picture, his arm around you. You can go on one of those things and like you could actually get that pose of him because did you know? Fun fact: when you go to Mania, I don't know if they have it every year. They actually have the Triple H pose, and you could pose next to it. I don't know
at
if
Access. Yeah,
at Access they actually had that.
Oh, cool.
I don't know if they still did, but they had it. You could take like a photo op with it. Like I would just take a picture of it by itself, and I would just get a picture of myself all like
yeah.
And just because I have how I made your poster, I'll just take it and just throw the world a big curveball and get a backstage area. Just write backstage area on Google, and just be like, and look what I bumped into my best friend, Mr. Triple H, and I'll add you in the picture right next to us, like Ozzy. See, Ozzy met Triple H because of me.
Yeah, contacts.
But Joe, why does it say Madison Square Garden 1994 in the background? Well, they had a sign that said 1994.
It was a big year, actually. So
I don't know what happened that year, but I know a lot of fun things happened. So, like, when it comes to like being a wrestler, do you have to like really like plan out your like whole like you're a wrestler? Like, do you have to plan out like your work schedule and like your regular wrestling schedule like at like all in one big bunch, or is it like harder now?
At the beginning, I just took it as it came. I wasn't getting like booked a lot. I was mostly at the Freedom shows and the Stockholm wrestling shows, and then there was the trainings like 2 times a week. So I just went along with the waves. But nowadays it's because I go to like there's 3 promotions in Stockholm, and then it's Gothenburg and Malmo, and then there's a bunch in Finland and Denmark as well. So I get a lot of like. I actually like accidentally double booked myself for the 20th of July that's coming up. There's a show in Malmo for Valor, but that I accepted. I told them I was coming, but then Pro Wrestling Holland asked me if I wanted to come to them, and I just forgot about dates and stuff. So I said yes, and then flights and like where we're staying and everything like that. So they all that got confirmed, and then I was like, oh shoot, I have to tell Valor that I can't make it now.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, my girlfriend is kind of pissed at me because
Oh boy.
yeah, with her work schedule, we kind of don't see each other as much as we'd like. So it's mostly weekends that we can see each other. But I'm like, I'm traveling early Saturday, and then I'll either get home like super late Saturday, like close to like Sunday mornings, or I'm not at home at all, and then I come home like late Sundays if it's like a long drive or whatever. So she's been kind of hard on me to like, dude, please stay home.
Don't get in trouble, Ozzy. Girlfriends are
Yeah.
the important part. They're your support team. That's your number one fan. You don't
Yeah.
want to have her boo you when she comes out to the ring.
No, she truly is like actually my biggest fan. Uh, she actually bought me my tights as well
Wow.
as like my first batch of merch, because I was like, I think I want merch, and she was like, let me help you with that. So she bought the first batch of merch that I had, and as well as my tights. And I was like, I'm not sure what I want. She's like, go for these. These look good. I'll buy them for you. It's like,
I
dude,
like
I
the
told.
accent. I like the accent you give.
Thank you.
I'm the guy that does the funny accents. No, I'm out of here.
I'll put on my glasses instead so I can.
You're like,
Yeah,
hi, I'm Joe Panther.
the
I'm
fourth.
I'm Ozzy the wrestler. I'm the
Yeah,
new host. Oh my gosh! Instantly, like NBC sees the podcast and they instantly fire me as the host.
that takes me instead. Yeah,
I'm like, they
I mean
call you,
that
hey Ozzy,
happens.
we saw you on that episode. We know that you look cool with glasses, but you're
Yeah.
not bald.
Oh yeah, no.
But you look cool, and you probably look good in a baseball cap.
I
Like,
have this like snapback that I do when I kind of just don't care about my hair that I put on. But I actually think that I have a not misshapen but oddly looking skull.
oh no.
So I won a hair versus hair match once and I lost, so I had to shave my head. And after that, I was like, I'm not shaving my head ever again.
Just go heel and say never again. That's all.
No,
In
that
Spanish.
doesn't work for me, brother.
Niet. No.
Nee.
You write no in every language. Like you got a
Yeah.
full translation. And you send it to the promoter. What is this? What did you print me up? Well, you put it in an envelope. You just gave me no in every language. Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's how it goes.
So yeah, that's yeah. So like your girlfriend got you your first tights. That like did you feel like, wow, this is pretty cool? You know that this is now your thing. Like you actually have tights that like what did you wrestle before she got you the tights? In short, like gym shorts or something?
I actually wore these like Nike tights, and then like some kind of odd. I don't know. They were like thigh high shorts. I thought they looked cool because I was like a big Darby Allin mark back at those days. So I was look cool, and then I just wore like some like gym T-shirt over it. Yeah, that was my way of like, I'm a wrestler now. I have tights.
Yeah.
But then when she got me the actual tights, I was like, okay, cool. Now we're a step closer. And then when I got my boots, I was like, yeah, now we're full blown wrestler.
Yeah. So you mentioned John Cena before. Like,
Yeah.
Did you watch it? Did you watch Money in the Bank yesterday? Or
I did.
What is
Oh,
your
wow.
thoughts on him retiring?
I gotta get tickets to see him someday. I have to now. Like to
Me too. I gotta like tell my sister Sassy. I'm like, Sassy, I don't like going to like WWE shows because I'm the hashtag indie guy. But
Okay.
Gotta go to Wilkes-Barre and find out if he's gonna be on SmackDown or Raw.
Yeah. I just hope they come someplace in Europe. Like if he's booked on like a PLE in Europe, that would make it much easier for me to go.
He did say that he was gonna do all types of shows.
Yeah, I think from the press conference, I believe he said that he's there for the entirety of 2025. So it's not just like the big three or the big four. It's just like I'm gonna be here. This is my last year.
I wonder if he's gonna go for a title run. Do you think he's gonna go for like either world heavyweight or the other one?
I think. I think it's. I think it's the WWE one, like the Cody one. I think so, but I don't want Cena to dethrone Cody, but I don't want Cody to be dethroned either from like some paper champion.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I just
maybe what if like Punk takes the title from Damian, and then Cena and Punk can have like a little mini feud.
I've been seeing things that now that John Cena is going to retire, everybody's got all these like WWE 2K24, 25 scripts in their head for universe mode that we're going to see. You know, you see it. Everybody's putting the rivalries return. John Cena versus The Rock. John Cena versus CM Punk.
Yeah.
You can't have Edge back because he's not in WWE. He's in AEW now.
Yeah.
Like, who would you want him to see him go out and wrestle? He had never wrestled yet.
Top of my head, I want to see him against Logan Paul. I do want to see him against Randy Orton like one last time. And Dominic Mysterio would be cool as well.
That'd be funny. Yeah. I could see John Cena going absolutely like he tricks them and says, "I'm joining your stable," and then he takes like he finally because they see. You hear about the heel thing? Like they said, "Would you go heel?"
Yeah, and he was like, "No, I think the fans would see through it," and I kind of buy it. I don't think that it would. I mean, they probably could make it work, but you know, him saying that like, no, the fans would see through it. It's kind of like, well, you're kind of shooting it down, I guess.
I could see him going after Mommy and like doing like a rivalry with her, like because I don't think he's ever had an intergender match, right?
No, he's had intergender tag matches, but he hasn't had like full blown man versus woman matches. No.
That'd be a good match, John Cena versus Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, of course.
I would like that. Rhea's a tough woman. I wouldn't mess with her. I'd be like grabbing her vest behind her. Yeah, Rhea, you tell him.
Yeah.
I'm like 5'1". My friend Jay Beans on the scene, the Balor Club guy, told me, man, if you came with me to meet her, man, you'd be like, she made fun of you. I'm like, I get like John when what's his name? Oh gosh, Shawn Michaels talks to Shawn and Triple H and goes, I could speak to them. I know how to speak urban. I'd be like, Balor Club guy, I got this. I speak Australian. I know how to talk to Australian people. Remember, internationally known. I can speak to Australian people.
That's actually some place I've always wanted to visit is Australia, because I do this thing now when I'm in the ring to like get a response from the crowd. I do Ozzy, Ozzy, Ozzy.
Oh, geez.
And most of the times I get oi, oi, oi back. But I had a wrestling show in Stockholm and I was like, Ozzy, Ozzy, Ozzy. And the crowd was, Ozzy, Ozzy, Ozzy. I was like, no, that's not how it goes.
You failed.
Yeah.
Let's do that again.
Yeah, this time.
And 5 minutes later, and then I'm like telling your girlfriend, they're wrestling fans. They're probably drunk.
Yeah. Don't listen to them.
Yeah, don't listen to them, honey. They know what he's doing. Yeah. So have you ever thought of coming over here to the States and doing like tour of like the United States indie scene?
Yeah, of course. That's something I've always wanted to do. I don't really have like contacts, so I don't really know like where to send all my stuff, and I didn't need to really make an actual portfolio.
Just remember, I am a like roadmap of the United States of the indie scene, and I know I live in the Keystone State, so I know but I know of lots of indie promotions that would definitely welcome you with open arms, like PPW in Slatington, Pennsylvania. Definitely check them out on the 13th. They have a show.
Sweet.
And they had a female wrestler from England like last month, a month ago,
Okay,
2 months ago, from England.
sweet.
Um, Eva, I can't remember her name. She's like
Oh, I think I've met her.
blonde hair. She wears light blue. Is that her?
Maybe. No, I don't know. I met some Eva on
She was from England.
yeah. I
Oh, there's
think
another one that does the smaller shows in Pennsylvania. They're out of Scranton, Pennsylvania. They're they're called Smash Masters Wrestling.
okay.
They're another good one. I went to the show last last week and week before that. It was at a brewery, and it
Oh
was
wow.
yeah, it was a Voodoo Brewery in Scranton, Pennsylvania, which was a really good brewery. The wings were good. The beer was really good. They had a Ghostbusters brewery, a beer.
In Scranton.
Yeah, Scranton, PA. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
nice.
And
I watch a lot of The Office, so
you'd be happy there. It's like they have actually there's a lot of references in the city with paintings of like
yeah,
Michael Scott or
yeah,
Jim or Pam. But yeah, it's pretty good. It's a fun experience, you know.
yeah. I kind of got full blown like obsessed with The Office because I watched The Office and then I was like, I want to watch it again. So I watched it again, and then I was like, I want to watch it again. So I watched it again. And then at work, I noticed that I'm gonna be working like alone for like the next 3 months. So I was like, oh, I need something to listen to. And then I saw that the Amy Fisher and Angela Kinsey has like a podcast where they watch every show and like break them down.
Oh my
So
god.
I listened to their podcast. I'm like 100 episodes deep into it, and then they said on the podcast that they have a book. So I bought the book.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so yeah, I kind of like The Office.
That's pretty cool. Well, you
Yeah.
could also I have Dudes at Ringside on Spotify under the Joe Panther Variety Show. If you haven't followed it yet, you should definitely follow it. Joe Panther Variety Show on Spotify has lots of episodes, dudes, twins, backstage melee, all the fun friends are there. Just coming hanging out with us. And right now you're probably listening to this one because this one's gonna be up right as soon as we're done live. It'll be done. I'll send it right over to Spotify. So all you last minute Lucy's that didn't have time to come listen, watch us live right now. Joe and Ozzy, the dudes at Ringside for right now, like hanging
Yeah.
out. See, before we're live, you were talking about you like you're a fan of the Ghostbusters. Ghostbuster Joe told me to ask you, like, did you see Frozen Empire yet?
I have not. No,
Oof.
we were planning on going to the cinema to watch it, but my girlfriend doesn't really like Ghostbusters, so I've been kind of like poking my friends to see who wants to see it, but none have like really responded with enthusiasm. So I don't know. Maybe I have to see it for myself someday.
Yeah,
But
it's good. I'm not gonna
it's
say
good.
I'm not gonna give you any spoilers because that's bad and I hate spoilers. So
Cool.
definitely see it. Get a bucket of popcorn. Get a nice big thing of Pepsi or a root Dr. Pepper because I love my Dr. Pepper. Or I'll even do this. I mix my Dr. Pepper and I with Pepsi, so it's Dr. Pepsi.
Nice.
But
That's
some
cool.
Dr. like this much Dr. Pepper in the cup, maybe a little less, so it doesn't overflow, and then the
Yeah.
rest Pepsi.
Okay,
Yep.
that's cool.
I'm
I'm not
afraid
much of
adults.
I'm not much of a like drink mixer. I used to
Mm.
be when I was younger because you're young, wild, and free. But the only thing I mixed with my sodas nowadays is like liquor.
I was about to say I was finishing it up and putting a little either rum or put a little I don't know how it wouldn't go with vodka because vodka is good with like juices. So
Okay, yeah.
maybe
I
wild
mostly go
turkey
with vodka.
bourbon. That would probably kill you, but wild turkey bourbon in it. Your girlfriend's like, "You killed my man." What? No, I did not.
Oh,
I'm just suggesting. That's all.
yeah.
There's
I'm a vodka guy. I'm a half Finnish, and my girlfriend is Polish, so
okay.
we're vodka drinkers.
I work with a Polish person. She made some yummy food for me. Well, not for me, but for the work. In my brain, it's for me. You saved me from starving at standing doing dishes. Everybody else is like, Joe, she made it for everybody much. She gave me a plate. No, you
Yeah.
grabbed the plate.
She didn't even say hello to you. It's like,
Yeah.
no, she knew I was there.
No, Joe. She was telling us all. You ran out of the room first. Water's still flowing in the sink and it was dripping on the floor. No, no, she told me I can go eat that. No, it was for everybody.
Whatever.
Whatever, dude. You're just jealous. She said I can eat it. No, she said it's for everybody.
Yeah.
So, definitely see Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. It's really good. It's on the line of Afterlife and Frozen Empire. It's about on the same level.
Okay.
But this one's more, you could tell that they had more to go by this time.
Yeah.
So when it comes to your matches, do you have a preference when it comes to matches, or do you are you open to any kind of matches? Because I've been asking a lot of wrestlers lately, what if a promoter came up to you and they had one of the crazy wrestlers coming in that does a lot of hardcore matches, the crazy hardcore matches, or you got booked by a promoter that does death match, would you take that plunge?
I'm kind of not. I mean, I wouldn't say that I'm not a fan of deathmatch wrestling, because a lot of matches that I've seen, like with Hangman and Swerve, that was a really good one, I think. But I wouldn't say that I'm a fan of wrestling in deathmatch wrestling. Mostly because I don't have a phobia, but my brain doesn't really go good with blood.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's just something that my brain is like, we don't like this.
You also think about you falling through a blade, a light tube,
No.
through off a top rope, or what I saw a few months ago that I was just like, I couldn't, I literally would say he couldn't sleep. No, I was up late watching TV.
Yeah.
Someone put themselves through one of those plate glass things that you would use as a table, and they just threw a guy through it. I was like, no. So I'll stick to podcasting. Nope.
Yeah. I mean, I've been put through tables. I've been hit with chairs. I've been slammed on thumbtacks. Taken suplexes on floors and stuff like that. But the whole light tubes or pizza cutters or stuff like that, doesn't sit well with me.
Yeah, I watch it, but I won't do it.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people. I give all these deathmatch wrestlers that I've ever had on the podcast all the kudos. You guys have the biggest, as what's name would say from ECW, you have the biggest balls of them all. Big balls Mahoney, yeah. ECW original, but wow, oof, niche.
Yeah. I mean, we've had some in Stockholm wrestling as well as in Valor. There have been deathmatch matches on the card, but I've always I'm gonna not watch, and whenever they come in to backstage later, I kind of have to get out of the way, because when they're all bloodied and open gashes and maybe they've been put through fire, I'm just
oh god,
yeah, they had
fire,
fire, yeah.
Oh,
it was a table on fire with a top rope power bump through a flaming table.
I did Dudley Boy style, the table, okay, I understand, but still, yeesh.
Yeah. No, I don't really know. I don't think fire is my thing either. I didn't mind the thumbtacks. I could do thumbtacks again, I think. And shares is just okay. Table was fine, but fire.
Yeah, do you want to go to work the next day with your skin still smoking like a piece of bacon?
Yeah, and I have to tug at my shirt so it doesn't stick anymore.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
I was joking with one of my boss one time when I was telling him about that, and then he's like, "I don't know what I would do, Joe, if you came in with a black and blue on your arm, or I never told him about the death match. I told him wrestlers get bruises and blacks and blues. And he's like, I don't know what I would ask you if I saw you with that. I'm like, my thing, I would have said, did you win?
Yeah. Yeah. No, of course. I mean, I've gone to work with black eyes, and I've had my ankle severely twisted, so I couldn't walk, but I still got to work. And he was my boss then, he was dude, this wrestling stuff, You gotta take more care of yourself. It's like it wasn't me that gave myself a black eye. So
It was like, or you could lie and tell him you were doing a reenactment of Liar Liar.
yeah, I could.
Remember? I'm kicking my own ass.
Yeah.
He catches you in the bathroom. It's like, I'm just practicing my wrestling moves for tomorrow.
Yeah.
This coming weekend.
Got to.
Yeah. How are you gonna practice unless you're trying it on you? Your race.
Awesome.
What we talk about here on Dudes at Ringside. It's like, whoa, well, like you're like, note to self, don't ever do that again. Yeah, I would love to have you come back again, Ozzy. I'm having lots of fun with you, man. This is
I'd happy to be back too. Yeah.
yeah.
This is fun.
So when it like, what is like your normal like food like intake? Like, do you have to have a special diet, or is it you like me, you see and eat it, or do you have like a special when you do?
I'm kind of a see and eat it, but I also choose what not to eat because I make my own food and then my girlfriend makes food. We have like food prep boxes that we make for ourselves. So we eat like the same two things every week. Not like the same thing every week, but every week we eat the same like lunch and dinner. Either she makes lunch and I make dinner. So we kind of decide on to be like not super greasy and super like fatty and stuff like that. So throw in some greens, throw in some rice.
So what is like when the show is over? What is your favorite like go-to like food to eat after the show?
After the show, the only thing that is really open is like the fast food burger places. And it really kills me because it's like I want to go home and sleep, but I also want this burger.
Yeah,
but it's also like, but do I really need a burger? I don't. I can just go to sleep and then in the morning I can have my food prep lunch. But it's like, but this burger is like right there. I could just go for it.
it's like eat me.
Yeah.
No, I can't. Sorry.
And I always, at the end of the day, I always go for the burger. I'm not gonna lie to you and say that I don't, because the burger's good. But I always text my girlfriend, knowing that she is asleep. Like, I'm going to this burger place. Do you want anything? And then she doesn't respond because she's sleeping. So I always get an extra burger for her. For the off chance that she wakes up while I'm eating, I can be like, "Oh, here's your burger." But then if like I finished my food and she's still asleep, I was like, can't let the food go to waste. So I got to
sit and watch The Office. You'll sit and watch. You're eating your dinner at night and watching The Office.
Yeah, got to.
Yeah, and you're watching your episode of Dudes at Ringside again on your TV. So you just like watched it again.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, like, why did I say that?
Stupid.
Joe, damn it, Joe, you made me say some mean things. Yeah, that's me. I bring everything out. I'm like a pint of beer. That place that we went to, Voodoo, they actually, as I said, they had a Ghostbusters type of drink. It was like green beer, but it tasted like the Ecto Cooler.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was worried because I'm like, this is gonna have so much sugar in it. I'm like bouncing off the walls of this brewery.
Yeah. There's this Finnish drink called Mintu that's like a mint. It's a mint liquor. And it's like, I think it's like 40% alcohol. And it's dangerous because you drink it. It's like, yeah, that's mint. But where's the alcohol? And then you take another shot and another shot.
And then you're that guy at the bar. Yeah. A wrestler. Yeah, you've told us about this like 5 times.
You want to see my belt?
I want to see my belt. So you do have currently have a title?
I don't know.
Aw, dang it! I was about to move all my title belts to the side on the wall of fame and be like, "Here we go." No, I'm gonna move everything back.
Yeah, sorry. I did have a belt, but it was taken by some Danish guy.
Danish? Gosh,
yeah. it was super weird because it was like his first time coming to the show too. Like he's never been in Stockholm wrestling. Then he comes to Stockholm wrestling. I had just went through like a 3-match tournament, won the title, very nice. And then at the next show, he just comes in, have a table match with him. After I faced a dude named Backbreaker Broda, so obviously my back wasn't feeling so good, and he puts me through a table, and I lose. So he took the belt.
Jeez. That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
So,
Those days.
sorry. So Ozzy, like, if my fans want to like follow you on social media, how can they find you?
On Instagram, it should be Ozzy Miller Wrestling, OzzyMiller.wrestling, yeah. And then on Facebook is just Ozzy Miller. I do have a Twitter or X, but I'm not as like vocal or like active on there. But if you want to find me on Twitter, X, it's Ozzy Miller W.
Awesome. If my fans want to pick up anything like merch of yours, like how can they? Is there any way you can find merch of yours yet?
I do have merch, but I don't have like a supplier to ship it or anything. So if you really want to get an Ozzy Miller shirt, you're gonna have to come to the show.
Oh, see that, fans? You gotta go to Sweden to get an Ozzy Miller shirt.
Yeah.
If I had my passport, I'd be like, yeah, that'd be fun. I know a few people that would be like, Joe, oh my God, you tell my our buddy there, Dakota Duke, she'd be like, she'd be waiting in. Oh my God, I could see it. I'm like, my plan's leaning. My plan is landing. I get to the airport. You're in the lobby going, yeah, Joe's here, and I could see her standing there on her horse, like outside. And she's gonna be freaking out. Holy Joe! Like, see her outside the airport on her horse, like, Joe's here. Howdy.
Howdy do, Yordy.
You rode your horse all the way to the airport? She's like, I know, it was a long ride. Jeez.
Like she's tired, but not the horse.
The horse is just like,
what the hell? This is a car garage.
It's a car garage. What's wrong with you, Mom? Concrete. That's not grass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's how we get along here on Dudes at Ringside. Random jokes. Like I'm the Peter Griffin of the podcast world. Like, imagine this. And it's like, you just see me in the airport like, I came to Sweden just to see this. Like, you wanted to see a cowgirl in Sweden, Joe?
Yeah.
And you're just like, he came to see me too.
Yeah, I'm here. Come on. I brought my car, actually.
Yeah. And
but then you're at that point, you're like, I've come to Sweden. Should I take the car that I pretty much always ride in? Or do I take the horse? Like, which is the most exotic answer?
I'll just say, Ozzy, can I give you my suitcase? Because I don't know where to put it on the horse.
Yeah. You don't want to break the horse's back.
Yeah, I'd feel bad. I love animals. Yeah, then PETA comes after Dudes at Ringside. They're like, you disrespected a horse. I'm like, no, I would never.
No.
Unless she has some kind of weird contraption she made for bags, like on a motorcycle on the side.
Yeah.
She put, like, that'd be a cool invention right there for horses. Like, if you're traveling with someone, you have to put a suitcase or whatever on the side. It just sits there. It wouldn't hurt the horse. The wheels would be like exposed, so they wouldn't hit the horse. Yeah, there you go. That's what you invent things.
Isn't that like what's it called? Like a trolley? Or no, like those Red Dead Redemption things. Like you ride the horse, then at the back there's. I think those exist, Joe.
I think Red Dead Redemption was real. Everything was real on that, even the zombies.
Yeah, I swear.
Everything was real. Still real to me, damn. All right. Ozzy, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. It was so cool to have you live here hanging out with me. Please tell more of your wrestling friends from Sweden about Dudes at Ringside and the fun you had here with me here on the International. Yes. So, Ozzy, thank you so much. Before we go, do you have any shows coming up that we could, my fans, if they're in Sweden or if they could watch on YouTube, before we go, you want to promote any shows?
Yeah, let's check my little calendar. At the 10th of August, we're having a show at a place called Trädgården. Translated, that is the garden. It's this cool venue. It's an outdoors venue. It's like a nightclub, but it's outside and it's under like the freeway bridge. It's really really cool. So we have a show there, the 10th of August, and then after that, we actually have a show at Steel Tracks, my performance center, on the 24th of August. The day after the show, we're actually having a tryout for people that want to come try out wrestling, maybe even become actual trainees. So, yeah, come to Stockholm, watch some wrestling, train some wrestling, have fun.
Awesome. Take a bump.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Ozzy, I want to thank you so much for coming on the podcast. I'm Joe Panther III.
I'm Ozzy Miller.
And we will catch you in the next.